Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV, and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on Errol the True Spence and Terrance T-Bug Crawford. Now, they both showed up to Murray's Hooker fight, and we got no face-to-face action. These boys should have came face-to-face and agreed on this goddamn fight after their next fight. That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. But instead, this is what we get from Terrance Bug Crawford.
I'm not even worried about Errol Spence no more. I already told everybody that fight is history for me. You know, I'm not thinking nor worried about Errol Spence anymore. You know, that fight is behind me.
Now, bro, how's that fight behind you when that's the biggest fight of your career, bro? That is your biggest bag. And you talking about this behind you? Come on now, man. Come on. Now, EJ pulled up to the fight with his girl. You know what I mean? Going out to have a good time. Support the homie Mo Hooker, you know, on the against Virgil Ortiz. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz on the win. Sorry. You know, Derrick James must have met him there, things of that nature. But we all know Errol Spence has came out. He tweeted, "Let's see who's holding up the division after I get this third scrap." You feel me? After I get this third scrap. So now, by y'all boys being in the same facility, down on the ground floor, I'm quite sure y'all made some eye contact and seen each other. I knew Errol would have stopped to talk to Bud. He would have, especially after tweeting what he tweeted. Especially after tweeting what he tweeted. You feel me? But nonetheless, they both there to support Mo Hooker, and I get it. I get it. But y'all are the biggest fucking fight in boxing. In boxing. Now, Bud there with Mo Hooker, we know they're stable mates, working on things. You know, you there to support your homeboy. And that's why I say I rocks with Bud and Errol and salute to them for sticking behind Mo Hooker, you know, and arguably one of his biggest fights of his career. But nonetheless, Bud, you show up and you talking about, the fight is behind you, knowing Errol Spence is in the building. You should have been approaching Errol Spence. You should have been approaching Errol Spence. And I don't care what nobody say. You should have been approaching him, and you should have been hollering at him like, what's going down, man? What we doing? What we doing? You feel me? You should have been approaching him, bro. Because this is your biggest fight of your career. You know, Errol Spence has 2 more weight divisions to conquer with big names to get big checks with. You feel me? To get big checks with. Now, when the man came out and he said, we'll see you holding up the division after I get this title, you know, that should have been your key for saying, okay, we gonna have this undisputed bout. We gonna have this undisputed bout. You feel me? Let me check this dude Errol Spence temperature. And we all know how Errol is. He don't back down from nothing, right? Especially with your girl there. You know damn well you can't back down then. You got your chick right there. You can really go stand up like a man. But not saying Errol would have stood up like a man anyway. But, you know, you're not going to look a certain way in front of your girl. So Bud should have approached him, dog. He should have approached him. Bo Mac should have went up there with him. Bo Mac talk a lot of shit. He should have approached Errol, you know, while Derrick was right there. And they should have asked, man, what's going down? We going to do this shit or what? Right? We know Bud ain't no punk. We know you ain't no chump. You feel me? But Bud, your ego, man. You got to let that ego go, Bud. You got to let the ego go, man. That ego ain't gonna get you nowhere, dog. It's not gonna get you nowhere. Because we all understand, dog. We all understand that you're not the A side and you can't call the shots in this fight. But you do got some leverage because you're the champion. You are the champion. You feel me? But nonetheless, you should have been approaching Errol Spence Jr., dog. And that's a fact. That's a fact. You don't let your biggest payday go over an ego. You know what I mean? The man tweeted, let's see who's holding up the division after I get this third scrap. Bud know what that mean, man. Bud knows what that mean, bro. You know he's saying, okay, after this third scrap, there's nothing left but me and you. We all know what that means. Everybody know what that means, dog. So, Bud, you can get you one more fight in, And then you talking about you don't want the fight? Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Let's cut that out. Y'all can meet up this year. Y'all can meet up this year, bro. If both of y'all haven't fought yet, if y'all can fight around May or June, July, even if it's in August, y'all can come together and fight at the end of the year. And fight at the end of the year, bro. So what you mean, this fight is behind you, you're not worrying about Errol Spence? Nah, man, we're not going for that, T-Bud Crawford, man. We're not going for that. Nah, you is worrying about Errol Spence. And you better get ready to fight Errol Spence. Because Errol insinuated, right? Me and Ugas is fit to get it on. And once I get this third scrap, I'm coming for you, Bud. So that means, Bud, you and Porter can get it on. Or you and whomever else you choose, right? You and whomever else you choose can get it on. So that means you can get you a fight. And then you got to see Errol Spence, because there's nothing left after that. There's nothing left after that. You're not fit to fight no Virgil Ortiz, right? We know Virgil Ortiz called you out last night. You just said you laugh at him. And, somewhere down the line, a fight can happen. So who are you going to fight, Terrance Crawford? Who are you going to fight? Let's just say you don't fight Sean Porter, you fight somebody else. You go wait on the fucking winner, Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor? That's your next fight at the end of the year? You feel me? We know the contract's supposed to be up in October. I don't know how truthful that is, I ain't gonna say how truthful, because Bo Mack them came out and said, I don't know if you're going to leave or do you owe one more fight around that time? You know what I mean? Or what the situation is, right? But who are you going to fight next? Is the question. Who? Because you don't want to fight Porter now. You can't take a regular Joe Blow and try to fight Porter at the end of the year. That's not going to make sense at all, right? You can take Jose Cito Lopez now. You can take a Joe Blow now and get Errol Spence at the end of the year, which is more reasonable. You feel me? Errol Spence going to fight you Dennis Ugas, right? Another top 10 welterweight. Let's not forget that. But when you sit up here and you say, I'm not worried about that fight, that fight is behind me, that ain't nothing but you coming back from Errol Spence saying, I'm not worrying about Terrance Crawford right now, when he was at this interview. You feel me? And now you don't want the fight. You don't want the fight. And all the people that's going crazy, the Bud fanatics, like I said, we're Bud fans, but the Bud fanatics is going to be like, okay, well, damn, when he wanted to fight, y'all was telling him to fight somebody else. No, we were saying fight somebody with some substance, because Errol Spence is about to fight your Dennis Ugas. He's about to fight your Dennis Ugas. But we've been saying the same shit about Bud for a minute now. Everybody wanted to see Bud fight somebody with some substance, bro. A top 5 welterweight that he haven't fought yet. He haven't fought a top 5 welterweight, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. We always say Errol Spence is not the only fighter at 147. That's a fact. That's a fact. So that's why you got this time right now to pick a top 5 welterweight and get in the ring with him and show your skill set and shut up the haters and the naysayers to make them say, you know what? Yes, it's time for Spence and Bud next. Undisputed fight. All the marbles. Big paycheck on pay-per-view. You feel me? Make all the sense in the world. But you come out and say this fight is behind you now? Come on, bro. Cut it out. How long you been chasing Manny Pacquiao? How long you been chasing Manny Pacquiao? Realistically, about 7 years now. 7 years. The Errol Spence fight been realistic for 1 year, and now you burnt out on it because you going back and forth. You know what I mean? You going back and forth, and now it's so draining on you, or you're not worrying about it no more. Come on, man. Get off the crap. Get off the crap. Now, last night, y'all boys should have came face-to-face and agreed on this goddamn fight. Y'all should have came face-to-face and agreed on this fight. Period. Doesn't matter if Errol Spence walked up to you or you walked up to Errol Spence. Y'all boys should have came together and agreed on this fight. We should have got some type of footage where y'all was talking to each other. And I pray somebody got some footage. I seen Bud taking pictures with Chicken. Shouts out to Shay. You know what I'm saying? She from her and Maurice from the same Port of Dallas. They grew up in the same hood. You feel me? But hopefully somebody got some footage of y'all coming together. I don't give a fuck if it's just shaking hands or saying what's up to each other. But y'all boys should have stopped, talked, right? Got that shit together. You know what I mean? And y'all should have agreed on this shit, bro. This is the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing. Both of y'all getting y'all biggest paydays. You know? Yes, Errol Spence deserves 60% when people finish talking. You know? And Bud should accept the 40%. And just get this shit on, man. And just get this shit on. But to the fans that's going to be out here talking about, well, Errol Spence, he the one wanting to fight then. Now he want to come out and say it. Man, look, it make perfect sense. We're not talking about the past no more. We're talking about right now. We're talking about right now where we at, bro. Right now. You feel me? And Bud Crawford's in a good fucking position to get this fight right now. You've been wanting to fight, now you got it. Right? You've been wanting to fight, and now you got it. Errol Spence just came out. That tweet means a lot, bro. It means a lot. But every time Errol get his dude a chance to say, okay, let's do what we got to do, Bud always turn the shit down. And then the people turn around and blame it on Errol Spence. You feel me? Now, they disappointed because the fight that happened earlier years ago, well, they want to make it like years ago, fucking couple years ago, right? When the fight didn't really have no substance like that for real. Yes, it was a good fight, but I think it's a better fight right now, right? An even better fight right now. Errol Spence for the fight Dennis Ugas, he gonna be on this top shit. Bud can go fight Porter to be on this top shit, and they can come right back and face each other, coming off the top fights, right? In good fucking shape, knowing they going up against each other to get their ass in better shape because they know both of them is on that level. And neither or is no joke once they get into that ring. You feel me? But these boys should have came together last night and gave us some face-to-face action. I'm going to be very disappointed if I don't see some type of footage or a clip with them coming together. You feel me? Because this is unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. And you know, we seen Chris Manners get the interview with Bud Crawford. Why not get an interview with Errol Spence? Y'all did it when he went there for Canelo. Y'all got an interview when Canelo was there. So y'all should got an interview from him while Bud was there. Or found a way to bring their ass together. Found a way to bring their ass together. Let's get an interview with Bud, get Errol Spence over here, and let's ask these guys this shit. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. We'll see how this play out. These boys should have came together last night at the Mo fight and put this shit together, agreed on something. You know what I'm saying? And after they get their fights in, Al, Bob, talk to each other, or Al, Bomac, if Bud has left top rank, let's talk to each other. Let's make this shit happen. Let's make it happen. But with me, I'm gonna continue to be optimistic that we're gonna get this fight. I'm gonna stand on my square until I see that one man went up or it's really just done. Because I don't think it's really just done. I just think it's Bud ego talking here. I think it's Bud ego talking here, right? So we'll just see, man. We'll just see. Long as it's the money right, the fight gonna happen. As long as the money right, the fight is going to happen, bro. But I'm very disappointed that I'm not seeing no footage of Terrance Bud Crawford and Errol Spence coming together. That's just me, though. But we'll see. Till then, it's your boy Money. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate OG Money on Cash App, TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status.